Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second episode of our Green Gift Talks, our live series dedicated to encouraging conscious consumption during the festive season. My name is Asmau Onyongi, project collaborator at Green Earth Action Foundation, and I will be moderating this live session today. Choosing reusable, durable, or low impact products such as refillables, sustainably sourced goods, and plastic free alternatives can significantly cut holiday waste. Research shows that replacing single use or novelty gifts with eco friendly products can reduce a gift's life cycle environmental impact by up to 50% while encouraging longer use and more responsible consumption beyond the holiday season. To support more sustainable celebrations, Green Earth Action Foundation launched the Green Gift Talks live series to encourage waste reduction during the festive season. In this second episode, we'll explore eco-friendly gifting and products. This series is proudly brought to you by the Green Earth Action Foundation, an international non-profit accredited by the United Nations Environmental Programme, UNEP, and founded in 2023. Green Earth Action Foundation was created to address the urgent need for effective climate solutions and to strengthen inclusive, youth-led sustainability leadership worldwide. In our last episode, we covered green gifting through the lens of an individual. Today, we are delighted to welcome Alev, Head of Sales and Sustainable Solution at Shift Eco, who will be joining us to share how eco-friendly products are designed, packaged, and real-world examples of sustainable gifting. Welcome, and thank you for joining us for this second episode. How are you doing today, Alev?
I'm doing very well, Asma. Thank you for having me, and thank you for hosting these insightful sessions.
Okay, it's always great to have you here. Thank you so much for honoring us with your presence. Can you start by telling us a little bit about yourself and about Shift Eco?
Sure. I'm leading sales and sustainable solutions at Shift Eco. As Shift Eco, our mission is to empower companies in their sustainability journeys. We are offering a range of engagement programs and workshops to help increase awareness and dedication among employees. We are also offering sustainable products to reduce environmental footprints within the categories of stationery, merchandise, and corporate gifting. We have managed and we are currently managing multiple sustainable corporate gifting projects. Personally, I am an animal welfare advocate. I have rescued stray animals, I volunteered in shelters, and I can say that my sensibility and awareness towards sustainability started with that. I believe sustainability and climate action requires empathy and understanding needs of all living beings, not just human, but also nature and animals as well.
Yes, I definitely agree with you. It starts with empathy, not just to humans, but also to the entire environment, animals, and the entire ecosystem. And it's great to hear a little bit about your volunteering experience and your personal dedication to helping stray animals, and how that has been incorporated. That passion has been incorporated to Shift Eco, where you are now promoting sustainable products. So, what I would like to know a bit more. What makes a product truly eco-friendly?
That's a great question. I want to start answering this question by explaining how we are selecting products at Shift Eco. When we are selecting products, we look for multiple values. It's important that a product carries as many of these values. First one is being recycled and upcycled. Secondly, being ethically handcrafted. For example, in our recent project with a real estate company, we used hand-woven boxes. So by doing that, we are both supporting artisans and enhancing community, enhancing connection, and economy, supporting economy of within that community. And the third point is it's important that a product has a give back value to the society or to the environment. We are trying to source our products as much locally as possible. Sometimes it's difficult in this region, but whenever possible, we are sourcing locally to reduce transport impact. The last point, last but not least, is it's easy to guess using clean and non-toxic materials. So these are the values that we care for, and I can give you some product examples. For example, this laptop bag. This is made of 15 recycled glass bottles. And recently, for a client, we have done these caps. These are supporting water.org. This cap is saving more than 300 liters of water by donating a certain portion of their revenue to water.org. So currently 2 billion people don't have access to safe water, and this company is working to change this. So when assessing eco-friendliness, you can check how many of these values a product carries.
It's really great to hear how you've just tied how the other parts of the ecosystem with water can actually be preserved and conserved through, eco-friendly products. That really stands out because I think a lot of times it's very easy for people to overlook those certain aspects and think it's just the product, but it goes beyond that, like you have just them.
Yes. Exactly. I think it's really important that products have a give back value to the environment, especially.
Yes, exactly. So it's really beyond humans. At the end of the day, it goes far beyond. Now, how does Shift Eco ensure sustainability across the products that it offers?
How do we ensure sustainability? There is a lot of greenwashing going on, unfortunately. We are very aware of greenwashing, and to avoid it, we rely heavily on certifications. I think it's really important to be asking the right questions. Why is this product green? What is its materials? How are you sourcing it? It's really important to be asking those questions. At Shift Eco, we look for FSC certification in wood and paper to ensure responsible sourcing. And we look for GOTS certification for textiles to ensure organic materials are being used and ethical production practices are applied. But as consumers, when we are shopping, I think we all need to become more inquisitive. We need to be mindful about the materials, about the ethical production practices, and how it's sourced. So we need to be inquisitive and do a little bit of research.
Okay, now speaking of the greenwashing, what kind of certifications do you have in mind that could possibly, people should look out for in order to make sure the product is eco-friendly?
Yeah, We need to be actually reading the text. We need some literacy about that. For certification, as I said, for wood and paper product, it's FSC certifications, and for textiles, it's GOT certifications. There are several certifications from trusted authorities that you can find for ethical production. As consumers, we really need to be mindful about all these.
Yes, absolutely. And I really, really like that you have just highlighted that so our audience can then do their own due diligence to make sure they are not a part of the problem and instead being a part of the solution. Yes. Now, packaging is a major source of waste, especially during the festive season. Yeah. So how do you at Shift Eco work to reduce packaging waste?
So you start by saying festive season. I have to start by saying that gifting is a huge cultural practice, especially in this region, in Middle East, but also in Europe and other regions of the world. That's why gifting should be mindful. Corporate gifting itself is a $242 billion industry globally. And recent studies show that more than 40%, that's a huge amount, more than 40% of the gifts, of the corporate gifts are being unused or discarded. That's why it's very important to be mindful about gifting, and that's why it's also very important that packaging is reusable. A single-use glossy packaging may look nice for a few seconds, and the experience of unpacking it is nice as well. But after a few seconds, it ends up going to the bin, and within days, it is ending up in a landfill, and within months, it may end up in an ocean. Then our food and water will contain microplastics. I know people don't always like to think about circularity this way, but we must. So being realistic about this is not being negative altogether. It's being responsible, and we need to realize and internalize that. So coming to your question, for packaging, we encourage using tote bags like this. This, I don't know if you can see it, but this jute part has some glossy effects as well. So it's not bad looking at all. As I said, we are encouraging using, especially in corporate gifting, artisanal handmade boxes that people can use again in their daily lives. They can reuse in their homes, in their kitchen, in their bathrooms, so it will be used over a long period of time.
But do you understand, like, what is the why that people, that's driving people to, discard so much waste, especially like with corporate gifting?
So this is according to a latest research by Nielsen. So it's a huge industry. It's a $242 billion industry. And more than 40% is discarded. So I want to give you an example here. I want to actually share a story that's been shared with me by a contact at Dubai Chambers recently. So 15 years ago, when he was living in Canada, he received a simple tool set. It's like a simple cable set as a giveaway at an event with like the box has a minimal branding on it, and it's so functional. He has been talking about it, and he has been using it still today. So for 15 years, it's been used. So this is why I advise clients to keep branding really subtle. and minimal. So if a tumbler or a bag is minimally branded, people are more likely to reuse it for years. So otherwise, I believe it will not be used, it will not be reused, and probably it will end up in a landfill. So that's, I think, really important.
Yeah, and I think that goes back as well to the durability of the product, because for it to have been used for 15 years, then the product must be good quality, sustainable, and all round eco-friendly as well. So yes.
I agree. Durability is very important. Functionality is important. I think companies need to think about the needs of their employees in their daily lives a little bit better, and applying branding in a very subtle way is, I think, equally important.
Yes, I definitely agree with you. Thinking about it, how it's going to be used in their daily lives, and using minimal branding as well. Now, you've already shared a couple of examples of products that are eco-friendly. Do you have a couple that you would like to share, or do you have a favorite that stands out to you particularly?
Yeah, of course. Personally, one of my favorite examples is experiential gifting. So recently, my friends took me to TeamLab Abu Dhabi, and that gift and that memory is far more meaningful than any physical gift, physical item. That's for me personally. But I would like to also mention that sometimes products we don't associate with sustainability can be sustainable impact. So, for example, one of our clients was looking for a premium and responsible gifts for their homeowners. This is a real estate company doing homeowner gifting, and we have been researching for them, and during our research, we found that certain Marshall speaker models made of recycled plastic and vegan materials. So I wouldn't think that a Marshall speaker would be recycled, but it is.
Yeah.
So these features are particularly present in their Villain line and Emberton line, if our audience is requiring. And these lines, these features are making them a strong option when quality and sustainability need to go hand in hand.
Yeah, I really like when you mentioned experiential gift giving. That really stands out to me, because I think sometimes it can easily be forgotten, but it can also mean more in the sentiment and in the experience that you get to share with like your loved ones. So it's really good that you've highlighted that, and also, just like you said with the Marshall's speaker, I really hope our audience would be able to get a hold of it as well, because it sounds like such a great gift to receive and give to others as well. Okay, so why do you think it's important for consumers to support eco-friendly when they are choosing the gifts?
It's a great question as well. So in the current conditions, sustainability is not a department. Sustainability is not a trend anymore. It's an imperative mindset shift. According to a research, 73% of consumers are willing to change their consumption habits today to reduce their environmental impact and carbon footprints. So I strongly believe that these consumers should not stay silent. They have to use their voice. They have to raise their voice collectively, so that governments focus more on sustainability practices, and corporates must follow these policies. I believe it's not a nice to do thing anymore. It's a must do for every conscious being, eco-friendly choices, because climate crisis is here and it's happening. Just this week, floods and landslides in Indonesia killed 1,000 people and displaced 1.2 million people. So these are huge numbers. It's happening today, it's happening now, so we have to act, and we have to act big, collectively, and we have to reflect this awareness to our everyday choices.
Absolutely. We can't ignore the climate change at this point. It has become such a huge disaster, and we all need to take action. And this reminds me of in our previous episode, where our guest was also talking about a very similar thing, and how it boils down to each individual to take that action. Each action builds up to a collective action that can then make a change for all of us. So it's, like you said, it's imperative. We can't ignore it anymore, and we need to start making the change now. And that's why at Great Action Foundation, we are trying to promote this eco-friendly gift giving, especially in this season where people are giving a lot of gifts, and we want to encourage them to be more mindful of what type of gifts they are giving.
Also, I think it's very important that your foundation is working towards awareness within the communities that are not in that level of awareness. So it's really crucial and important work that your foundation is doing.
Yes, absolutely. We try to expand globally to make sure that everyone is in touch and aware of their individual action that they can play towards a sustainable future. Now, for someone who is new to eco-friendly gift giving, someone who has never tried it, and perhaps they've listened to this live and they want to be a part of this movement, what is one simple product you would recommend them to start with for them to give, or for them to give during this season?
One simple product swap.
Yes, as an individual that they could give.
So, Asma, before coming to a product swap recommendation, I would urge our audience to think before act. So they can ask 3 questions before gifting anything. First question is, does the receiver need it? Second is, will they use it? Third is, can they reuse it? I know there are a lot of Secret Santa occasions going on in the offices nowadays, and I think these questions are especially important for Secret Santa that is taking place, and I recommend the audience please don't buy anything just for giving something. So this is really important. Also, remember, what is good for your health is good for our planet. So the simplest and the first one that comes to mind is, don't drink water from plastic anymore. Don't use plastic bottles. Swap it with reusable bottles. And secondly, don't use skincare products with high-risk chemicals. Swap them with clean ingredients. So I think we need to internalize, we are not separate from nature, but we are part of it. And we need that kind of awareness and literacy. We need to start reading the tags of products to understand what it's made of, and what are its ingredients.
Yeah, I think the framework that you've just spoken about, starting off with asking yourself, does the receiver really need this gift? It's very important, because oftentimes it might be a gift that might be wasted or perhaps might not be used at all. So having that in mind as first and foremost is very important. And even going to the rest of the framework that you have just shared, it's really, I really hope the audience gets to implement this in their daily lives, and as well as when they are gifting in the corporate world.
I hope so.
It helps you as well. Yes. Now, what message would you like to leave our audience with about making more sustainable gift giving choices?
So my message would be like gifting is a cultural and emotional thing, and I think this is beautiful. But we need to remember that it has a huge environmental footprint. And during festive seasons like this, waste increases significantly through packaging, through single-use items, and through not needed gifts, unfortunately. So the good news is that small mindful choices multiplied by many people can create real change, can create real impacts. I would urge our audience to join this change this season.
Yes, absolutely. Small mindful choices can lead to great impact overall. Thank you so much, Alev, for sharing your insights and showing us how simple, meaningful, and fun, eco-friendly gift giving can be. And thank you to everyone who joined us today. And yes,
thank you,
and thank you
for having me.
Yes, and thank you to everyone who joined us today and contributed to this very important conversation around gift giving. As we step into the festive season, we invite each and every one of you to take part in our eco-friendly gift giving challenge. The challenge is quite simple. All you need to do is choose at least one sustainable gift or share an eco-friendly gift-giving tip that you would be using this season. Share it with us, tagging us at GFOG on Instagram, so we can feature your ideas and inspire others in our global community of sustainability advocates. Of course, together we can make this season more thoughtful, less wasteful, and a lot greener, just as we have discussed today. Thank you again for tuning in. Don't forget to follow our social media. It's at JeffOrg for more tips, resources, and upcoming events. We'll see you in the next Gift Green Talks live session. Until then, let's gift with purpose. Thank you so much, Alev.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.